Hello, everybody. My name is Nikos. Thank you very much, both to Coppieters and Iratzar for inviting me. This is the second year in a row that I have the pleasure of being here. And I'm also very happy to be in a panel alongside Zauma, who have met many times online in many different projects, but that's the first time that we see how we look like in person. We said that we are both more handsome and much taller than we thought, so that's so um, so we said in an initial meeting that we'll try to exchange our views. So whenever each one of us has something to add, we'll do so. Please also, if there are any questions, we are always happy to answer. So starting with the first question, which has to do with the definition of a territorial conflict. I think one of the biggest problems, of course, with any definition is that all definitions of social constructs are very elusive, right? And one of the biggest problems when it comes to definitions of conflicts is what in social sciences we call the meta-conflict problem, which is the conflict about what the conflict is. In layman's terms, you have a conflict and between, let's say, to use my first monograph in Cyprus, if you ask a Greek Cypriot where is the conflict, his view will be very different from a Turkish Cypriot. The same goes in Catalonia, in the Basque Country, and everywhere. And this is why also the definition of a conflict sometimes creates a conflict itself, right? It creates an opposition itself. In my work and the projects that I have been doing, one of the most useful definitions that I have found is this idea of DS, of border conflict, right? So that a conflict a territorial conflict has to do with where a region sees its borders, right? So what is the border and where the border is. There doesn't have to be violence in order to have a conflict. The conflict can take place at the discursive level, right? So at the level of speech. However, in my work, I think that the most useful definition I have found of conflict is this idea of a conflict, a dispute about the constitutional future of a region. So when a region, the people in the region have a very different view about their own constitutional future, their own constitutional status, and this view comes in conflict, comes in dispute with the view of either the metropolitan state or the majority population. And why I use this idea of conflict in the constitutional future? Because this encompasses also the relationship within the EU, right? That even the vision about the constitutional future of all those regions, of Catalonia, of Scotland, of Northern Ireland, entails also a vision about how the relationship would be with the EU, within the EU or outside the EU. So, in short, that's how I see the definition of a conflict.